Okay, so we're going to learn how to use Excel to graph for our density. This is an option, or you can use the hand graph method. But let me show you how we can do this. So open a blank workbook in your Excel, and I'm going to go ahead and type my volume that you calculate. So this is volume of water. That should be provided on your data table. You assume your initial volume of your burette is 0.00. So whatever the volume that's given to you in each trial, that's actually the volume of water that's being reported. Okay, so basically, let's say this data here, I'm just going to make something up. It won't be the same as your dry lab data, so please don't copy these numbers, but your numbers will be pretty similar, I assume. So maybe the first volume, we get 5.01 mils because burettes need 2 decimal places. And then maybe the second volume we got 10.23. And then the third volume I get 15.02. The fourth volume I get 20.12. The fifth volume I get 25.09. Okay, so these are my volumes. So your volumes will be different. They will have 2 decimal places, but it's depending on what your dry lab data is. So for our mass here, you do have to take your mass of each trial. You subtract it with your empty Erlenmeyer flask to get the mass of just the water. So remember, in your data, you will have to take your total mass of water and flask that's recorded, that's given, and then you have to subtract out the empty flask. So let's say I subtracted mine out and I got some number. So in my case, my volume, my mass here is going to be like, say, 4.962. And then my next mass, maybe I'll get 10.029. And then the third one, maybe I get 15.024. And then maybe the fourth one, I got 20.202 or 201. And then the last one, maybe I got 25.098. So these are just made up numbers. Obviously, you'll have to calculate your mass on your own here. But once you have this mass and volume typed in, remember volume in column A, and then B, you put mass, and then you select all your data. So in this case here, we will have 10 data points. And then you go up here. If you have Mac, it will be a little bit different. And if you have the web version, some of the features will be a little bit different. So I'll just show you 2 ways to get the slope that you need, okay? So insert, and then we'll go to the charts, and we want to pick this one, the scatter chart, and pick the one that has no lines. So the first one. Now to get the slope here, the easiest way is to do a quick layout number 9. So remember, go to chart tools and then hit quick layout number 9, click on that, and that will give you everything in the layout here. So we'll have our equation for the chart all made up. You don't need the R squared here. All we want is the equation, and we can name our chart here. So we can name our chart, what is it? We're doing a density, so we're going to do mass in grams versus volume in mils. And then this one down here will be volume of water in mils. And this one up here will be mass of water in grams. So what's interesting here is if you get the slope, which you'll see in your post-lab question, they ask you to get the slope, and your slope here is 1.0078. Your slope should be similar to something like this, but again, remember your numbers are going to be different. Okay, so this is how we would graph on Excel. It's a lot faster because it auto-generates the numbers and draws the best fit line for you. So let me show you another alternative way that if you don't have the chart layout tool, you can still make a graph. Okay, so let me show you another way. So I'm going to move this graph here a little bit to the side, and I'm going to make another graph. So I'm going to select these data point again, and then we'll do insert, we'll do chart, do the scatter again. Now this time here, since you don't have the chart layout, you can right click and you say add trend line. Okay, when you add trend line, you notice this pops up on us over here. Now Mac, it will be a little bit different. I think you can still add trend line. And then what you want to do is say display equation on chart and click on that. Ta-da! And you'll have the same equation pop up. So if you want it to, you can name the chart title. And if you wanted to make your axis pop up here, oops, you click over here. Right here, let's type in the chart title. Mass versus volume. Okay, so let's see. All right, so that's how you would get your equation to pop up over here. It looks a little different, but still same graph, and you'll have your equation pop up.